Okay, so we need to read from this letter. Letter to Giriraj, Honolulu, 15 May 1972. My dear Giriraj, please accept my blessings. I beg to acknowledge receipt of your letter dated May 5, 1972, and I was anxiously awaiting for this. So actually we have taken a very responsible task on behalf of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. At the present moment, to speak the truth, the whole population of the world are demons and animals. It may be a very strong aspersion on the people of the world, but this is a fact. But still, because they are part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, so originally they were pure, and therefore it is the mission of Krishna to get back his parts and parcels to home, exactly like a father likes to get back his son at home, because this son had gone out of home for false happiness. But the people are so mad, they are talking so many nonsense things, nonsense philosophy, nonsense science, and our task is to meet all of them and at the same time pacify them in their lunatic condition. So I am sure you are a very good soul to act on behalf of Krishna and do it nicely. Krishna will give you the proper intelligence. He is sitting in your heart. Simply, he wants to see us working sincerely. I have received reports from Mahamsa and Chyavan, and it appears they are doing nicely. Some of the men, however, are complaining they have no sufficient engagement. Two girls have left already Bombay, and their complaint was that they had no sufficient engagement. Similarly, I have received letters from Puranjana, Varadhana, and Atmaram, and either they are not willing to work according to direction, or otherwise, how do they complain there is no sufficient engagement? I think there is more than sufficient engagement for everyone. We have got so much to do. We have to deal with so many men with different personalities. So kindly utilize their energies and at the same time keep them satisfied. That is leadership. If one man is appointed as leader, all must follow him and be obedient. Obedient is the first law of discipline. They are pointing out irregularities, but they themselves are not doing their duty. So they are pointing out the irregularities in others. They came to serve. Now they don't want to serve. So there is some excuse. Oh, irregularity. Let me go away. The workers should not suggest irregularities. I am pleased you are selling many Krishna books daily. All our men should go with books. There is sufficient engagement. If Indira Devi has approved rupees 4700 for that job, that's all right. Pay it. One thing, don't rent tarpaulin. That is money lost. Better to purchase and get for cheaper price. What is the rupees 7500 paid to Mr. Nair? On what account that is paid? So far the building plans, they are nice. I have already sent telegram to Chevan reading as follows. Fully approve your plans. Go forward immediately. And I have sent you the copy of plan with a sketch of domes on the temple roof. So do the needful. So far our investing, where is our money to invest? We have no money to invest. Our process is to collect and spend from left hand to right hand or from right hand to left hand. So far you are revising your plan to fit the Los Angeles skyscraper. I do not say that is necessary. It is only a suggestion. Whichever is nicer, you do. Chevan says that the LA skyscraper is impractical for India because it will have to be air conditioned. So there is no need to follow this plan if it is impractical there. but I am thinking to invest some money to provide for maintaining Vrindavan and Mayapur temples. So in that case, we can follow Indira's instructions, but this will be done when we go back to India, not now. So far, the scheme to give 10,000 and get 12,000 in return, it is not bad proposal, but we shall think it over and let you know. About the business proposed by Indira's brother, yes, we can give some land on condition that 50% of profit he gives us, but we cannot guarantee that our man will work. We have had bad experience in this partnership business in New York with Mr. Coleman. So we are not going to do that anymore. As far as possible, we shall not deal in business. That will not be very good for our spiritual progress. But if somebody contributes for our good cause, that is different. I have suggested in previous letters that we want persons to live in our house who will observe our devotional regulations. We want to pick up some devotees who will be satisfied with regulated life, daily having darshan of the deity, chanting. We want some selected men to live with us, either as cooperative housing society or however. So far, prasad distribution, it is not a question of rich or poor. That will be karma kanda. Our program, therefore, is that we offer prasad to everyone. Make our temple so nice that everyone who comes is offered some prasad. Not that we are after poor men. It is nice that we are feeding 200 daily, but gradually try to increase. But do not advertise, we shall be self. But do not advertise, we shall be self advertising. And do not go to poor areas. That is not our philosophy. Our philosophy is prasad distribution without discrimination, rich or poor. I am writing to Bhavananda. He cannot spend membership money. Regarding books, posters, and stamps, I am writing to Karandhar that he should send you all of these things at cost price, and the cost can be deducted from Mayapur Fund in USA. I think if you get these stamps, every businessman in Bombay will take. Somehow or other, we have to make vigorous propaganda. These two words, Hare Krishna, must appear everywhere. So if we work sincerely without any material aspirations, Krishna will help in all respects. Be assured. So far, the donation of roses, utilize them nicely. There will be flowers for the deity. It will be a great service. Narayan is enthusiastic, so let him do this work. One thing, why you and Chevan are sending carbon copies of your letters to Brahmananda? What is the use? He is not returning. He has to manage African affairs. You have to manage there with your assistants. I have received the Hindi article sent by you, written by Mangalanand Gautam. And this gentleman is known to me, and it is written nicely. So I am enclosing here with one letter for him. You can forward, hoping this meets you in good health. Your ever well-wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. In this letter, Srila Prabhupada is giving many instructions to Giriraj Maharaj, including first instruction that devotees should have sufficient engagement, otherwise they will not be able to serve properly. And then Prabhupada writes about obedience is the first law of discipline. That if somebody is not obedient to the superiors, then it will be difficult for them to be engaged in the service. Somebody may point out the irregularities, but if they are not obedient, they will not be able to do it. Then Srila Prabhupada is asking the detailed about the financial transactions. It is important. He asking about 7,500, 4,700, and different instructions based on the suggestions of different devotees, like this skyscraper. And the background is the ISKCON Juhu construction. Now we know there are two towers. I think many floors are there. Where two big towers are there. So when the construction of Bombay Temple was going on, that time there was the consideration whether we should make the towers or not. So this is related to that. Uh, Chevan Prabhu is asking whether, like, should we make Los Angeles type skyscraper in Mumbai? So that's why Prabhupada is giving the answer. Eventually, Prabhupada agreed for making those two towers. Also, Prabhupada is telling about prasadam distribution, not the uh, not the poor people distribution. Prasadam is meant for everyone. So Prabhupada specifically says here there is no need to go to the uh, poor colonies. Our prasadam is meant for everyone, not only for the poor people. Rich and poor, everyone should take the prasadam. So these are some of the points. Ramlila Prabhu, you can read the next letter.
Letter to Gurudas, Los Angeles, 12th June 1972. My dear Gurudas, please accept my blessings. I beg to acknowledge receipt of your letters dated May 22 and May 13, 1972, from Delhi and Vrindavan camps respectively. I am very, very pleased to hear that you have accomplished your task for getting the CCP license. It is a very great service. I have instructed Karandhar to always send accompanying cover letter and statements of quantity of books, individual cost of books, total cost of books in rupees and dollars for the future shipments to India. I am very glad to hear that the American officers in Delhi are very much favorable to our movement. It is very good news. If you can persuade them to give us foodstuffs directly, then we shall use it properly and America's prestige will be widely spread throughout India. We can organize for distribution of prasadam all over India, in factories, schools, and so on. If we simply have kirtan and distribute nice prasadam everywhere, there will be a good respect for us. So I hope you will stick very closely to this matter of acquiring surplus foodstuffs from your government and seeing to it that the food is distributed widely throughout India by our Krishna consciousness devotees. This is a very great favor to me, as Saurabha has advised, so that was also my plan, that there should be many gardens and courtyards at our Vrindavan center. The condition of the owner, Mr. Saraf, was that within 3 months construction work would begin. We have fenced the land, but otherwise we have done nothing. So immediately bricks must be brought so they can sit during the rainy season and become soaked. A tube well must be dug immediately. I don't know why it was not done. If needed, we can draw up the water by pump and store it in a tank. Just like before, Vrindavan station, we shall require much water for construction and for the vegetation. So a water supply must be there. We must have our own well, sweet or salty, it does not matter. So for the land of Mr. Dalmia, first develop what you have got. Or if they will accept a low price, or if we pay him the rupees 60,000, whether he will pay us back as donation. Your proposal for a separate ashram for women, that is very nice proposal, and that must be done. At present, at all our temples around the world, no husband and wife live together. So far, your question regarding Bhetnama. The idea is that the man purchases lifetime use of one room or several rooms so that whenever he wishes to come to visit, he is always guaranteed that room. But if the person is not present, then his room may be utilized somehow or other. But if he comes, the room must be vacated for him immediately, and the room is his for his lifetime only. It is not that anyone coming after him or his sons or family after his demise can use the room. Now I understand that Shirodakshai is going to London soon. So, in his absence, You shall be the president. And I think if Tejas is there, that he can be treasurer, or I have heard that Vaikuntanath is there. So if it is better arrangement, then he can be treasurer and your wife Yamuna Devi may act as secretary. I understand from Yamuna that our God Chand Goswami feels still that we are unfit to render service to the deity. So let him think like that. We don't care. We are worshipping deity in 100 places and we become unfit in Radha Damodar. How we are why we are unfit? If you are beautiful Americans with good education and very pious and pure, and if you have got all qualities of Vaishnava, why you are not fit? We think we are quite fit. When the construction work begins on our temple, then we shall repair my rooms simultaneously or before as it is suitable, hoping this will meet you and your good five and all of the others in good health. Your ever well wisher, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami.
Yes, Prabhu. Can you summarize it?
I think this letter is written on the basis of construction. Maybe in Vrindavan construction is going on. Talks are for that, or maybe some other temple. But the thing what Prabhupada mentioned here is that rooms we construct, and that is for the lifetime, and devotees should be given. Those who sponsor those rooms. Maybe Vrindavan construction is there. Many gardens and courtyards at Vrindavan center. So this was there only discussion, and about that. One point which came is if foreigners or Americans are there, if they are living their life as a pious life, pure and pious life, and they have good education, and they have all qualities of Vaishnavas, they are also fit for to render deity service. That one point Srila Prabhupada mentioned in this letter.
Okay. Letter to Bhavananda, London, 1st August 1972. My dear Bhavananda, please accept my blessings. I beg to acknowledge receipt of your letter dated July 24, 1972, and I have noted the contents carefully. I am so much pleased that your Rath Yatra procession was so nicely received by the citizens of Calcutta. This news has engladdened me beyond words. Now take advantage for raising funds for Mayapur. Therefore, I wanted this Rath Yatra festival. I am enclosing some photos of our Rath Yatra procession in other places, and you can distribute these photos to the newspapers in Calcutta. In one day, we have captured the citizens of Calcutta, and I am so much pleased. Yes, the Malik family is one of the most important and aristocratic family in Calcutta. Practically once Calcutta was owned by the Maliks. Now the Marwadis are there. So you have done the perfect job of conducting the affairs in Calcutta, and I am so much pleased upon you. May Krishna give you his all blessings. I had not written to you previously due to my extensive traveling program since the beginning of June, but I have written you one letter dated July 14, 1972. Did you receive that letter? One thing is, I have just now heard from Guru Das that the American government agency which is providing us the foodstuffs for Mayapur is prepared to give us much more provided. We fully utilize what they have already given. And I am informed by Guru Das that the distribution program in Mayapur is not very widespread. Why you have neglected this very important program? I want that you self distribute prasadam at least to hundreds of persons daily and advertise very widely all over Nadia province for people to come there and take prasadam daily without charge. Otherwise, the whole thing is a farce. We have worked so hard for so long to get this foodstuff donated by your government, and now we are neglecting. And if you expand this program to their satisfaction, they will give so much more of different varieties of foodstuffs. And we can expand this program widely throughout India and become very much popular with the people as a whole. So try to expand this program as much as possible at Mayapur and let me know. Another thing is I have received one letter from Tamal Krishna Goswami that his visa for Bangladesh is now postponed. Therefore, I would request him to take one qualified engineer friend from Calcutta. There are so many engineers we have interviewed who will work for us without charge. So he shall bring one engineer to Vrindavan to assist Guru Das in construction of the house there. At least he can remain in Vrindavan for a few weeks to get the things off on a solid basis. They have been there many months now, and only one fence is there, one small hut, and one tube bell. Otherwise, simply politics. But I am very much certain that Tamal Krishna has got the right idea for doing things. So he can go there immediately and begin the real construction work with the assistance of one qualified engineer who will live with us on the same basis as we are doing things at Mayapur. We have seen your note regarding Saraswati Maharaj, and you may engage one Sanskrit teacher for Saraswati, so she shall become a very great scholar, just like Jiva Goswami was trained in Sanskrit language from early childhood, and no one could surpass him in all of India. Hoping this will meet you in good health, your ever well-wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. Srila Prabhupada is now speaking to Bhavananda Maharaj, who was the in charge for Mayapur. And Prabhupada is specifically asking regarding the Calcutta Rath Yatra, that Calcutta Rath Yatra has attracted so many. And Malik family was also attracted. Also, Prabhupada is asking why the prasadam distribution is neglected, because the government of United States uh, was giving some money, but Guru Daspur reported that not much distribution is going on. So Srila Prabhupada is demanding the answer why there is that program is neglected. We should not neglect prasadam distribution. Sometimes we think that uh, why we are spending so much in prasadam distribution, but we should understand that it was Prabhupada desires, and Prabhupada wanted to give Sukriti to everyone, giving the uh, remnants of the Lord to everyone so that their spiritual life will start. That's why Prasadam distribution and book distribution and Harinam distribution, Harinam Sankirtan, these are the major pillars in ISKCON outreach. Okay, Pooja. Next, you can read.
Letter to Narottamananda, Vrindavan, 23 October 1972. My dear Narottamanand, please accept my blessings. I beg to acknowledge receipt of your letter dated October 9, 1972, and I have noted with great pleasure that you are opening a new center in Bloomington, Indiana. You are fixing up your new place very nicely. That will attract men to come there. But always remember that our first business is preaching and distributing literatures. Never mind, we have to live under a tree. But because the people of your country expect something, we must give them place. But preaching is our real business. Your program for the university students is very, very nice. Try to do it seriously and with scholarly approach. Yes, your chief weapon will be prasada because everyone likes to eat nice foodstuffs and philosophy and other things will come gradually. In this way, try to make many devotees, just like so many of you made top grade disciples came from Buffalo University under direction of Rupanuga. Keep our standard Krishna consciousness program to the highest level by always, without fail, rising early, chanting 16 rounds, holding Aarti, going out for street Sankirtan, reading books daily, distributing as many books as possible, like that. And in this way, Krishna will give you all intelligence and facility for doing his work just to perfection. Thank you very much for helping me in this way. Hoping this meets you in good health. Your ever well wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. Here, Prabhupada writing letter to Narottam Prabhu. And here Prabhupada mentioned two things majorly. One, that program in colleges, school, that is good. Prabhupada encouraged. And Prabhupada mentioned that Prasadam distribution is our main chief weapon in this case. And we see this happens everywhere when we start preaching programs and bases and everything. Main chief weapon is prasadam. Normally, students join just for prasadam first. So that started from Srila Prabhupada's vision. And Prabhupada mentioned one more thing, that we can give them place to stay, but our real vision is preaching. So same base setup it is, that the students are told to stay, but main vision is to preach and keep the highest level of Krishna consciousness. Morning programs, rising early, chanting 16 rounds, engaging them in streets and kirtan or book distribution. And that's all. Thanks, Sushma.
Okay, so we can end here. Srimad Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki. Ramli Lapu, you are muted.
Okay, Prabhuji, we can hear it. Thank you, Sushma.
Okay. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai.